I nearly got out of real estate about a year ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Just because it was a moment, but it was a build up of about 5 years when you're an agent, you're outward facing, right? You're always on the front line with the general public. Real estate has such a bad name, unfortunately, and I was sort of trying to defend myself, defend the industry, one person, one transaction at a time. And I just remember I just got to breaking point, and I was standing, and I'm sure a lot of agents can resonate with this. It's when you're sitting at the front of an open home and you get rude people come to you all the time, and they judge you before they know you. You because you're out in the public all of the time. You always have people say, "Oh, he's a dickhead," or "He's a wanker," or whatever, just because they're a real estate agent, and they don't actually know you. And I remember I had this one moment. I was at an open home, and I had these two people come through, and my father's a surgeon, right? So I remember I rang my dad and I said, "Hey, is this I've heard you talk about him." He's like, "Yeah." And anyway, when they walked in, I was like, "G'day, I'm Matt, how you going?" And this is after COVID. Like, I'm talking like this is within the last 12 months. I always ask, "Do you shake hands still?" Like, just to be courteous. I always do that. And I went to shake, "Oh, do you shake hands?" She's like, "No, we don't shake hands." And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's no worries." And she goes, "And by the way, don't call me after this open too, we're not interested." Like, this is before she'd even walked through the place. And I'm like, bit rude, and I've been doing this 17 years. Like, and it's not like I'm, starting out and haven't done a good thing, like, and quite successful at what I do. And it was just one of these things that just, it was starting to get to the boiling pot for me. And 2 seconds later, that person walked up to another person in the open home, hug and shake hands and all of that. And I was like, this is crap anyway. So on the way out, when they were leaving, I said, "What do you think?" I said, "Don't call me after this." And I said, "Oh, that's interesting. Well, just before you go, are you a doctor?" And they're like, "Why would you ask me that?" And I said, "Oh, you might know my father, Ray Lancashire." And their jaw dropped and literally went to shake my hand. I said, "No, I don't shake hands." Anyway, after it, what happened was it was a really bizarre moment in my whole career, because it's like, I'm not a bad person, right? I try to do right by everyone. And then it was just this one thing where I think I was fed up, and it pushed me to a point where I was like, it pushed my brain into a place I didn't want to go. And it was like me trying to justify that I'm better than you, or I probably do better than you financially. And I literally in my brain went, what the fuck am I actually doing here? So I went and saw a psychologist for the first time, mate. It's crazy.
Wow.
Crazy.
Wow. What was that experience like?
The psychology, life-changing, to be honest. So I went and saw her just because I was out. I remember ringing my business partner Hazley and said, "Mate, buy my shares out. I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm done."
Wow.
And it was interesting. I went and met her, and she was really, really good. Like, and she's like, so asking about my family, asking about my childhood, asking about all these things, and have I always been a fighter, like to try to prove that I'm better than something? But I've never thought this way, right? And she said, "But you think it's about real estate. It's not about real estate, it's about you. Because let's look at it. Are there shonky real estate agents? Of course there are. Are there shonky priests? Yeah, they are. Are there shonky doctors? Yes, there are. Are there shonky, lawyers? Absolutely there are. So it's not about industry, it's about your perception." And so what she did was she unbelievably trained my brain to actually go, why would you actually care with everything you've got going on in your life? Family, friends, great business, happy, healthy. Why would you actually care about what people think of you when they don't know you and they haven't even given you the opportunity? So what she's done is she's retrained and programmed my mind to actually come from a place of fuck you to, are you okay? You must have something going on in your life that you actually are trying to cut the legs off someone that you don't know, and you actually have a perception of them that they're someone that you don't actually have a clue about.
Yeah.
And the moment I changed my brain around that, I'm free. I feel free in my life, in my head, in my everything, and I feel like I can give so much more, and I'm loving real estate even more. And so I'll get someone that comes to my open home rude, and I'll just kill them with kindness and sit there and go, do you know what? Far out. If they're coming to my place of work and being like that, imagine the shit that they must have going on in their life at home. Yeah. And when you change that perception around, and look, it took a bit of training, a bit of time, but now that I've got it, you can't shock me. You can't break me. And I don't actually care. I don't actually care. And why would you care about what someone thinks about you that doesn't know you or give you the opportunity to know you? Does that make sense?
Hey, that's powerful stuff.
It's bloody awesome.